Like Jennifer Coolidge is Josh Duhamel's mom, and she's 11 years older than him. My fantastic friend Nick Bell is here to join me to talk about this shitty J.Lo movie. It's called Shotgun Wedding. Nick and his husband Joseph have a fantastic YouTube channel called Fish Jelly Film Reviews. If you have not already subscribed to them, you should, because they're fun. You guys have so much fun together. Your rapport is hilarious.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That comes from knowing someone very well for 15 years, though. So, you know, you can be a little loose with what you say.
Yeah, just, I looked over there and I saw the blood and, I think I saw some brain. Was that brain stuff?
Well, you know what? Maybe let's just step away.
Shotgun Wedding. Nick, what is it about?
Oh, my God. Well, first, thanks for having me here for this film. I'm glad you thought of me. It's about...
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's about J.Lo and Josh Duhamel playing a couple that I believe have been together for 4 years, stuck on a tropical island in the Philippines trying to get married. And they are interrupted by a group of pirates that take their wedding party hostage. So they're wandering around in the jungle because they had, of course, been separated from their wedding party and had been experiencing cold feet and decide that they actually are really in love.
So it is amazing to me that this movie still exists at all, ever, but especially with Jennifer Lopez, because at this point in her career, she does not need to be doing these stupid, fluffy rom-coms anymore. I mean, as she shows with Hustlers, when she really digs into a meaty, complicated character, like she is charismatic as hell and she owns that screen. And I would think that experience of getting so much acclaim, including from our group, LA Film Critics gave her our Supporting Actress Award. Like, why is she going back and doing these stupid, inane rom-coms, do you think?
I don't know. I don't see what the appeal is, because she's done them to death. Not just rom-coms, but nuptial related rom-coms, stretching back 20 years now. And then just last year with Marry Me, I don't know what she thought was going to be good about this, because I think, and when she digs in, like Hustlers or Out of Sight is a favorite of hers from, I think, but I think she doesn't want to let her hair down and be seen in a certain light. And that's really hard for comedy. She doesn't want to be ugly. She doesn't want to let herself be ugly. It's like,
That's
how
true.
Joan Crawford wouldn't let herself be filmed outside in something like Johnny Guitar. It's, she's doing that old studio era actress thing. That's
a really good point, because even when she is disheveled here, even when the poofy wedding dress gets like shredded, it's still like, it's a sexy dress, and like she's holding this gun, and like her biceps are just cut, and her hair is messy, but still like artfully tousled. That's a really good point. Like, does her vanity dictate too much?
I feel like it must, because I don't know what she thought she was doing here. And it just comes across as very shrill. And she also kind of infantilizes herself a bit, especially maybe more so in like Monster-in-Law, but in this, where we have this rich daddy that is, footing the bill, and it's like, you are a little too old and a professional for that to be comfortable. I think for us to just automatically buy into it.
There's a lot that's wrong with that, because she's 52 years old. Josh Duhamel is 50. They have some throwaway line here or there about how, like, I don't need to register for gifts. I'm too old for that. But it's like they're in their 50s playing maybe late 30s, early 40s. Like, Jennifer Coolidge is Josh Duhamel's mom, and she's 11 years older than him.
Oh, and thank somebody for having her, at least in this, to provide some energy. She's
the only good part of this movie.
Yeah, if you cut her out, this would be DOA, and she's only doing what she always does. That blousy, older, floozy type that is going to say all the things you expect her to say, which I don't mind. That's a brand. J.Lo's a brand. She's doing her brand. But this feels like, I see a recent trend though, because this is kind of like Ticket to Paradise felt with Julia Roberts and George Clooney, mixed maybe with a little bit of the Sandra Bullock movie with Channing Tatum.
The Lost City.
They're trying to have that kind of energy, and it just doesn't work. And I think you bring up a great point in that I bet the screenplay was originally intended for somebody younger.
Well, maybe they were younger when the movie was originally supposed to go into production, because this got a tortured history. Like, Ryan Reynolds was going to star in it, and now is an executive producer on it. I want to say Armie Hammer was going to star in it.
That's right.
And that didn't happen for a multitude of reasons. But even that, as I was watching it, I'm like, I can't imagine that Armie Hammer would have done a better job with this screenplay because he's not good at light comedy.
No, he's
right.
Very
and like Josh Duhamel
serious.
Josh Duhamel and J.Lo are like beautiful, like distractingly beautiful, and they have zero chemistry with each other. Like as I was watching it, I'm like, I want the regular looking people version of this movie. Like I want the Seth Rogen and Kristen Schaal version of this movie.
Yeah.
Karsh and Bukhar.
Yeah. I want this. Yeah. This should be a throwback to 30s and 40s slapstick movies. This kind of scenario could have lent itself to that. And with an R rating that I think is completely wasted on this material, like what we see. Well, I can't say what we see, but that I think gives it that R rating. But
it gets violent.
It does have some violence. I love big fan of Sonia Braga, and I was very interested seeing her pop up in the opening credits. And what a waste to have Sonia Braga as your mom. To me, that was, I don't know, so egregious that they don't even throw her a bone with her character. She's just this prickly older mom that is kind of detached from her daughters. And that's all she gets to do. Yeah,
she's like quietly regal and chic.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, it's a bummer. Even like Lenny Kravitz is in it, and he's terrible in this. Yes. He's so stiff. And like, how is it possible that someone who looks like that, who is that talented, whose daughter is that talented, like how does he just show up and be so wooden and so drab? It was weird.
Everything just kind of reads as very cliche, and it's just such a bummer because it really doesn't have to be.
Yeah, there's nothing to either of these characters, nothing to Jennifer Lopez or Josh Duhamel. All we know about them is that she used to be in the Peace Corps and he was a minor league baseball player.
That's right.
And that's it. Like they have no connection.
Is she even I thought she mentioned something about a law firm. Is she supposedly a lawyer too or something?
Anyway, this is not a good movie, Nick. What is your number?
1.
You're giving it a 1. Is that just for Jennifer Coolidge?
That is, Jennifer Coolidge earned that 1. It's crusted off the bottom of the floor, but yeah, that's the only reason.
I'm saying 2. One of that is for Jennifer Coolidge. 1 is for Jennifer Coolidge. 1 is for the costume design, because that dress does become like increasingly torn apart in ways that narratively are relevant.
I agree. Yeah, when she first starts taking stuff off, and it's like we're deconstructing this beautiful dress in ways that are also beautiful. I agree with that. But and this was shot by Peter Deming of Mulholland Drive, and The Menu.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, The Menu is beautiful.
I agree. Yeah, and it's not like this film is ugly. It just feels very
cheesy. It is still January, in case you would like to jump on that dry January bandwagon or just start the year off in a healthier way. We can help you do that with Athletic Brewing Company. This is the IPA, which I love a lot. It's really delicious. But I like the golden a lot too. And we've got a deal with them with our code breakfast all day in all caps. So much great stuff. You get 50% off of your first month of the Athletic Club subscription, $10 off your online orders for new customers. If you order at least $50 worth of beer, which I think you can do pretty easily, why not? You get free shipping. Super Bowl's coming up, a great way to bring something delicious to a party at a friend's house and not get wasted and make an ass out of yourself. Always a win-win. So, Athletic Brewing Company, non-alcoholic beer. Good stuff. Enjoy.